embark on a profound journey into the intricate realms of the human psyche with Carl Jung, a pioneering Swiss psychiatrist whose insights have profoundly influenced psychology, art, and spirituality. From the depths of the unconscious to the heights of self-realization, Jung's theories offer a roadmap to understanding the complexities of the mind. In this exploration, we'll delve into his foundational concepts, examining how they illuminate the path to self-awareness and psychological wholeness. Jung introduced the concept of the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of experiences and memories inherited from our ancestors. Unlike the personal unconscious, which stores individual experiences, the collective unconscious houses universal symbols and archetypes common across all human cultures. These archetypes manifest in dreams, myths, and art, serving as a bridge between the personal and the universal. Jung posited that these inherited structures shape our perceptions and behaviors, influencing our interactions with the world around us. Archetypes are innate, universal prototypes for ideas and may manifest in dreams, literature, and myths. Key archetypes include the hero, representing the quest for identity, the shadow, embodying the repressed aspects of the self, the Anima and Animus, representing the feminine and masculine aspects within each individual, and the wise old man, symbolizing wisdom and guidance. These archetypes influence our behaviors, relationships, and perceptions, serving as templates through which we interpret our experiences and navigate life's challenges. The shadow encompasses the hidden or less conscious aspects of the personality, often containing repressed weaknesses, desires, and instincts. Confronting and integrating the shadow is essential for personal growth, as it allows individuals to become more whole and authentic. Jung believed that embracing the shadow leads to greater self-awareness and psychological resilience. This process involves acknowledging the parts of ourselves we deny or hide, facilitating a deeper understanding of our motivations and behaviors. Individuation is the process of integrating the conscious and unconscious parts of the psyche to achieve self-realization and psychological wholeness. This journey involves embracing various aspects of the self, including the shadow Anima, Animus, and integrating them into a cohesive identity. Through individuation, individuals can attain a deeper understanding of themselves and their purpose in life. Jung viewed this process as essential for achieving psychological maturity and living an authentic life. Jung coined the term synchronicity to describe meaningful coincidences that occur with no causal relationship, yet seem to be meaningfully related. These events suggest an underlying connection between the inner world of the psyche and the external world, offering insights into the interconnectedness of all things. Jung believed that recognizing synchronicities could lead to a deeper understanding of the unconscious and its influence on our lives. Jung's theory of psychological types categorizes individuals based on their preferences in perceiving the world and making decisions. He identified two primary attitudes, introversion and extroversion, and four functions: thinking, feeling, sensation, and intuition. Understanding these types helps in recognizing individual differences and fostering personal development. Jung's typology laid the groundwork for later personality assessments, including the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. Active imagination is a technique developed by Jung to bridge the gap between the conscious and unconscious mind. It involves engaging with unconscious material through creative expression, such as art, writing, or visualization. This process allows individuals to explore and integrate unconscious content, facilitating personal growth and healing. Jung considered active imagination a vital tool for self-exploration and therapeutic transformation. The self represents the totality of the psyche, encompassing both the conscious and unconscious aspects. It is the central archetype of order and integration, symbolizing the unity of the personality. Achieving a balance between the various components of the psyche leads to the realization of the self and a harmonious existence. Jung viewed the self as the ultimate goal of the individuation process, embodying the integration of all aspects of the personality. Unus Mundus, Latin for one world, is a concept introduced by Jung to describe an underlying unified reality from which everything derives. Collaborating with physicist Wolfgang Pauli, Jung explored how archetypes and synchronicity might relate to this unified field, suggesting a deeper connection between the psyche and the universe. Jung's exploration of Unus Mundus bridges the gap between psychology and physics, proposing a holistic view of reality. Jung viewed religion and spirituality as essential components of the human experience, providing meaning and context to life's challenges. He believed that religious symbols and myths are expressions of the unconscious mind. Jung believed that religious and spiritual symbols serve as conduits to the deeper layers of the unconscious. He was especially interested in the symbolic language of alchemy, mythology, and Eastern traditions. For Jung, the journey toward wholeness paralleled ancient spiritual quests, initiations, sacrifices, and symbolic deaths and rebirths. Religious experience, he argued, was not bound to dogma, but was a vital psychic function that could restore balance and offer meaning to suffering. Jung devoted much of his later work to interpreting alchemy not as a primitive chemistry, but as a symbolic system describing inner transformation. Alchemical processes, calcination, dissolution, conjunction, paralleled stages of individuation. The alchemist's great work, or opus magnum, reflected the psychological journey toward integration, turning the base metals of our unconscious material into the gold of a unified self. For Jung, dreams were not just mental residue. They were messages from the unconscious, encoded in symbols. He developed a method of dream analysis distinct from Freud's, focusing on amplification rather than reduction. Dreams could offer guidance, warnings, or invitations to deeper understanding. By tracking recurring motifs and linking them to archetypal themes, Jungians uncover the psyche's attempts at self-regulation and growth. The persona is the social face we present to the world, our mask shaped by cultural norms and expectations. While necessary for functioning in society, over-identification with the persona leads to inauthenticity and estrangement from the true self. Jung warned that when the mask becomes a prison, we suffer neurosis. Individuation requires peeling back the persona to reveal the deeper forces shaping our identity. Jung observed that each person harbors an unconscious counterpart, the Anima in men, the feminine inner personality, and the Animus in women, the masculine inner personality. These archetypes shape our relationships and emotional responses, often projected onto romantic partners. By recognizing and integrating the Anima and Animus, individuals gain access to creativity, balance, and inner harmony. Jung saw this as essential to psychological maturity. Symbols were central to Jung's work. He differentiated them from mere signs which have fixed meanings. A true symbol contains layers of unconscious meaning that evolve over time. Whether a cross, serpent, or tree, these images act as bridges between the conscious and unconscious. Jung believed modern society's disconnection from meaningful symbols contributes to psychological fragmentation, and rediscovering them is crucial for healing. Initially a protege of Sigmund Freud, Jung eventually diverged sharply. Freud emphasized the personal unconscious and sexual drives, whereas Jung expanded the concept of the unconscious to include mythic, transpersonal dimensions. Their disagreement culminated in a painful split, but it launched Jung on his independent path. His work marked the birth of analytical psychology, a distinct school of thought emphasizing meaning, balance, and self-discovery. Jung's influence stretches far beyond clinical psychology. His theories shaped art therapy, dream work, spiritual direction, and depth-oriented coaching. The Myers-Briggs type indicator is based on his typology. Filmmakers like Ingmar Bergman and Christopher Nolan have woven his themes into cinema. His concepts of shadow, projection, and archetypes are now part of everyday language. Jung's vision made psychology not just a science, but a soul craft. Jung's Red Book, a secret journal of visions and dialogues with his unconscious, remained unpublished for decades. In it, he explored archetypes firsthand, chronicling his descent into the underworld of the psyche. Though intensely personal, the Red Book is also a manual of inner alchemy, mapping the terrain others may follow. It shows that Jung didn't just study the unconscious, he lived its mysteries. Rebirth is a central motif in Jung's psychology. It reflects the recurring need for psychic renewal through death and transformation. Life crises, grief, failure, depression can become catalysts for rebirth if met consciously. This echoes religious and mythological motifs worldwide. Jung taught that when we resist these transitions, we remain fragmented. When we accept them, we evolve. In a world increasingly driven by speed and surface, Jung's message is timeless: know yourself. Beneath our personas, beyond the noise of the modern mind, lies a vast and mysterious inner world. Jung invites us to engage with it, not to escape life, but to live it more fully. The journey of individuation is not easy, but it is the most important work we can do. The psyche is vast. Begin your journey. Like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into the hidden realms of the human soul.